It's time for the Power Hour.
Woo!
Woo! Happy Tuesday, everyone. Welcome back to the Power Hour by Movie Madness and Entertainment and Kingdom of Nerds. I'm joined with Bruce. We're
I'm
back.
surprised you're still awake.
I'm very tired. I'm getting ready for my vacation week next week.
Ooh.
This may be the only Power Hour this week, and then after vacation, I'd like to at least do 2 episodes a week. We've got to see how it goes. The goal is just for Isaac has some concerns, so I want to address these concerns right off the bat.
Well,
Max,
do that while I do this.
Please just go back to your normal night streams again, because I can't making it to all the time because I was busy doing stuff, and I like night live streams. I like night streams as well. The plan is if I could make enough success on YouTube to not like quit my job, but to lower my hours and do Power Hour 2 to 3 times a week, MME Live, the Mic Drop, Tape Hunters, reviews, movie reviews, VHS reviews, video game stuff, to the max on Saturdays and member streams on Sundays. That would be my ultimate goal. Is that attainable? I don't know, but I'm going to try. And so I would like to do a stream potentially tonight up to see. I have to wake up and get my exercising in first and wake up first, then get exercising and see how it goes. If you are just getting here, please thumbs up the video on both streams, Movie Madness Entertainment and Kingdom of Nerds, to help us grow. We do have some interesting topics today. Yes, CGH knows. And I am going to collaborate with CGH on a watch party and movie after Madness. I forget what it's called, but with CGH.
I finally found my shirt.
That's great.
I misplaced it.
That's awesome. Wesley Snipes is Blade. Hey, no politics in the chat, Samir. Just kidding. Just be cool with your politics, please.
Oh, happy days.
Well, we'll see. There's we're not getting political, but there's a lot of stuff going on in,
it's just weird.
There's months. There's a few months left. A lot's happening in the world, and lots happening with the economy and overseas. So we will see. There's a lot of important topics. All right, so I could just hear Mama Bear. Hello, boys. I can't do anything like her.
Hello.
Yes. Do you think D23 Expo will be live streamed on Disney Plus? I don't think so. No, I think it's exclusive. Me and RJ potentially, even though my vacation starts Friday, we might do a D23 stream like we did for Comic-Con and have a live vlog up. But I don't know if anyone live vlogs during D23 or if it's exciting. Cal says to counter Isaac, I can't watch all the shows. I work graveyards, so something during the day is cool. Yes. The reason me and Bruce were doing this, first off, we're good friends. It gives us a time to collaborate. And also,
are we friends?
Yes, we are. We're best friends.
Oh, I didn't get the memo.
Yeah. It gives us time to try to reach the same audience, but new people at a different time, so help us grow.
I hope everybody caught the show last night.
Yeah, the show was fire last night. Really good show, good views, good engagement, good giveaways.
Giveaway was 6 books, 7 books.
Yeah, I am still recovering from that stream. I think that's why I got to take a nap after this. I was really tired by the time I got. So I went. So he kept me up 3 hours for a stream that was really good quality content.
I didn't even know.
But then I'm like, I got to go to bed, Bruce. And then he's texting me about stuff that I'm interested in. I'm like, I'm trying to get to bed here. I don't even remember what you texted me about. It was something.
Comedians for Kamala.
Oh, okay.
And what's his name? Nick Offerman's song. They're fucking weird.
It's Degrassi's calling me out. It's always the one who says we're not getting political. Let's get political. Never fails.
True.
I try hard not to. I tried hard not to.
That guy.
I try. I really try. It's like it's not worth it. It's like I don't want to. I'm interested in politics, but I don't want it to ruin my life, and I don't want to make decisions out of fear. You know, I think that's a bad way to live. I don't want to fear stuff. I want to be positive towards things, including entertainment.
I'm glad you feel that way.
Both Twix bars taste the same to me. People forget Sticky Fingers was the second Blade.
Was he really?
Rossi says surprise Star Wars movie announcement at D23. That's an interesting first topic that we could do right off the bat. I think it's laughable. If
here we go.
Their Star Wars project without any progress on Rey or the Sean Levy movie or some of the other movies, if they just say we're announcing another movie without any forward momentum, it's BS. I'm sorry. I don't think anyone trusts Lucasfilm or Kathy Kennedy Star Wars movie announcements. Maybe some with the shows. If they just say, oh, we're making a new movie, Star Wars movie, and there's no progress on Rey or the Sean Levy movie or some other movies that were, I'm not a hater, Samir.
Well, come on. There was a writer's strike, and then there was the whole thing with special effects people. So a lot of projects had to get shelved, Max. That's how that works. It's a business decision. It's not a personal attack against you.
It's failure. No. It's you have to if you really respect Kathy Kennedy, you have to do your due diligence as a movie pundit and criticize her when she fails. She hasn't been a complete failure. She hasn't. I admit that. She's had some successes. But the movies are definitely a failure if they announced it.
I don't think making billions in movie.
I think it is if you can't. I think it is if you can't follow through with a movie in the theater after you announce it.
Come on, you really? Where was this? Where was all this hate for George Lucas, when it took 20 years between the original and the prequels? Come on. I was rooting for. Stop. You should hold the same standards that you had for Kennedy.
I was rooting for George to make the prequels. I was actually rooting for him to make the sequels until he said, I'm making prequels instead.
Which was a mistake.
No, I don't think so.
Prequels are ass. They will always be ass.
No. Absolutely not.
The writing's
horrible. Prequels are great. They expand the universe.
Christensen is one of the worst actors ever.
I am not a hater of her. I respect her. That's why I criticize her. She deserved every opportunity, every right to be the creative president of Lucasfilm. I am not like Voltaire, where he just says she was the coffee girl. I don't say that. I say she was an excellent producer. She knows a lot of people, but when it comes to creative decisions, she has failed.
To be fair, Voltaire sees all women as coffee girls.
No, he doesn't. Just Kathy. Just Kathy. But no, she is. I can't think of a better producer. I really can't. As a president,
this is the problem. People think that her job is to direct these movies. She's not a director. She's a producer.
But she ultimately
she gets the talent. She's gotten great talent. Come on.
And they've all over 50% of the talent has fallen through.
Not 50%.
Yes, over 50. Over 50.
Name a few.
I don't even want to. You want the receipts? Go find the receipts yourself. I'm not doing this every single time.
But you're taking rumors and
it's not rumors.
As fact that these projects were announced. I don't remember 90% of these projects being released. Come on.
I am not going to look it up. I'm not going to go through this every time. I've consistently on this channel, I've gone through every project that was announced.
I must have missed that stream. I didn't see it.
And every talent director that was announced. And then she's asked about it, and she says they're busy. I'm not going through it again every time. I'm not.
Hey, Brian,
you can
LCS.
find it.
What's going on, buddy? If you haven't subscribed to Brian LCS, please do. Great content over there, and he does some good giveaways.
Mm-hmm. But what do you think about Degrassi's comment about a Star Wars movie announcement? I think that would be a joke.
Why would it be a joke if all the other projects are still moving forward? Right?
Sure, Bruce.
Obviously, the Rey movie is the most important movie. That and the Mandalorian. Come on.
Sure, Bruce. Sure. That's why that's why a lot of progress is being made.
How long do you think it takes to write a script?
The Rey movie was announced before Superman Legacy.
What? It was not.
Yes, it was.
How do you figure that?
And Superman Legacy's already done filming.
It was not announced before Superman Legacy.
Yes, it was.
I don't think so.
Yes, it was.
I don't think so.
So,
Degrassi, fact check, please, Degrassi.
Sometimes they don't. Mostly they don't. I'm sick of the excuses for Kathy.
Somebody give Max a Snickers.
I could use a Snickers. I'm on a diet, and I'm tired, and I'm off of work.
This is Slim Max.
This is not a lie. Oh, my God. Rey was announced before Superman Legacy, and Superman Legacy is already done filming.
Oh, my God. That's when?
Whatever. I want to talk about Blade. You're all trying to fact check me right now. Okay, good. That's fine. That's fine.
Get him, guys. Get him, guys. The Rey movie was announced in July of 2024.
No, it was not. No, it was not. That's BS. You cherry-picked an article that said what you wanted to hear. It was not just announced then. No, there was an update or something. It was not.
It was announced in 2023.
Check my bias.
April 2023, and Superman was announced in end of 2022, or beginning of 2023. Then a writer's strike happened, but James Gunn, being the scab that he is, he was still writing during the writer's strike. No, actually, that script was already written before he got the job. So that's why
I will do a single video. I don't feel like I'm not stopping the show of the Power Hour just to check all these details. I will do it on a separate video.
But you can't say stuff
because you don't believe anything I say. You just said the Rey movie. The Rey movie was in motion before Superman Legacy.
You know, that's not what you said.
Okay, now you're saying the official announcement. Now you're saying the official announcement
was April of 2023.
I don't know. I have to go back and check.
And the official announcement for Superman was in January of 2023. But James Gunn was hired.
Okay, so Mama Bear did the research. Okay, Mama Bear did the research. Rey was announced April 7th, 2023 at Star Wars Celebration, and Superman Legacy was March 2023. A month apart, and one's filmed, and the other one's not even anywhere starting filming.
He had a script in the summer of 2022.
You're rebooting
a character
versus a continuation of a character.
We know this.
What's harder? What's harder?
What?
You're rebooting a character in a universe. I would say what James Gunn is doing is a lot more difficult than making a continuation of the sequel trilogy with the Rey movie. Okay, but they're still not even talking about even starting filming. So if they given an update at D23 that we're going to start filming the Rey movie, then I'll take an L.
Well,
until then, I do not accept this L because it's like a month apart.
The Rey movie wasn't coming out to 2026 anyway. They have plenty of time.
No, they don't have plenty of time.
What do you think? Disney's just going to collapse tomorrow, and there's not going to
Did I say that? No, I don't think Disney's doing good now with Marvel. Marvel's back on track.
It never was off track.
It was leaning off the track. Yes,
leaning off the tracks.
And yes, it was going leaning sideways. And Marvel's back on track. I know I'm not a director. I could criticize that stuff doesn't happen. There's no forward momentum with Rey yet. I haven't heard any of the scoopers talking about sets getting set for Rey. I haven't heard anything. So if there is an announcement at D23, that's great. I will laugh in the face of Disney and Lucasfilm if they announce another movie and another director, and it's not Sean Levy and it's not the Rey movie going forward. If it's just something else, I would I don't believe it. I don't believe it's going to happen unless you actually do something.
After
now, if you're going to announce a show, Andor season 2, Ahsoka season 2, Mandalorian, then I'll be like, okay, well, the shows have at least been getting filmed.
So, like I was saying, after the show, I'm going to do a little research and fact check to see which projects were officially announced by Lucasfilm, or which films were rumored or wanted to be announced. Because these headcanon could be a dangerous thing, guys. Just remember that. Hi, Max. How are you?
Does James Gunn announce all the DC projects, or does some of them come out through the articles and partners with the trades? Some of them come out while he's filming, and then he confirms them on Twitter. So that's how some of the Star Wars announcements came through. Their good partners with Vanity Fair and all.
But if they were never confirmed, never confirmed, come on.
And then all the softball interviews, and then then she confirmed them later. But that's why if you Google official announcement for this, it gets sketchy because they announced it through the trades, and then Kathy confirmed them later. But if you look just never mind. I don't care anymore.
Let's talk about this.
Let's talk.
It is not my fault. Your audience turned on you real quick. Put a poll up. Who's right, Bruce or Max?
I'm not putting that poll up.
Come on. Put that poll up.
Mahershala Ali. I'm really having a hard time spelling his name. Or Wesley.
Just look at the thumbnail. I just put actually the description on my channel.
Okay. This is the big topic. Mahershala Ali or Wesley Snipes, and the probability of Blade in the MCU and what we're going to get. I have 20 plus years, more than that, expert commentary and movie talk. Even when it was from my couch and I wasn't on YouTube yet.
Necron, hey buddy.
And I know how the industry works. All the momentum is going behind Wesley Snipes. And now we have fan movements and Ryan Reynolds himself saying, Daddy, what does he call it? The MCU Daddy needs to come back and have a Logan-style ending. Because of the issues with Mahershala Ali's version of Blade, all the failings, and now that we get Wesley Snipes back on screen, this is a spoiler, but it's past time, whatever, in Deadpool & Wolverine, I would put the percentage 60 in Wesley Snipes' favor, 40% Mahershala Ali that's going to be Blade in the MCU right now.
And for people people watching my channel, I put up a poll: should Wesley replace Ali as Blade?
Yes.
Thank you.
Or it's not replace. Should he come back?
Replace.
It's not replace because he's now.
Well, he's
the longest running. He's the longest running Marvel character.
That doesn't count.
But here's the thing. There's still no progress on Blade. It wasn't announced at Comic-Con, and then not only would Mahershala have to deal with all the baggage of all the failings to get this movie started, but now a recent portrayal of Blade in Deadpool & Wolverine with Leslie back. That is going to be potentially too hard to overcome. You have all the fans a lot of the fans and a lot of Marvel and Feige, including the joke in Deadpool and Wolverine, there's only one Blade, even though it's not. There was that TV show. I think all the momentum is Wesley, and I think it's just going to be too much for Mahershala to overcome and get this project started. And I don't think why would he now that Blade's already back on in the movie theater, but it's by Wesley. I doubt as the time goes on, I doubt that you're gonna get this movie, and they might as well just give Wesley Snipes another run to do like we're gonna cover the quote from Ryan Reynolds, that he put out there that says, "Bring back the MCU daddy that we all owe Wesley Snipes to," and the relationship is really tight there. And actually, Wesley and Ryan Reynolds came out, and Wesley said that the feud was a joke that that Ryan Reynolds came up with years ago, and they kept it going for fun.
That's a long ass joke. I don't
know.
That.
So it's there. The momentum's there.
Hey, Ferg.
Secret Wars is coming up. I do feel like you may get a send-off Logan style for this version of Blade. I honestly do. I think that there's a lot of momentum there, but I want to hear you, Bruce. What do you think? What's your percentage there on either Mahershala? I say 60 in Wesley Snipes' favor as the next portrayal Blade.
Before Alex say, hey, Furrbird, if you have a sub to Furbird's channel, please sub. The link is in the channel chat. I would love for, I know I said Wesley was too old, but after seeing him in Deadpool and Wolverine, he still got it. But the chances of him returning as Blade is probably like
not permanent.
10% returning.
You're giving 10%. I'm giving 60 and 40%. What's your percentage of Mahershala then actually being Blade in the movie getting started? 90%.
The movie starting is 90%. It's gonna start filming in November, so we'll see.
I doubt it.
That date changes or it gets delayed. I don't understand why they didn't talk about it at San Diego Comic-Con, but that's just me. I would have spoke about it because there's been so much controversy and so many delays, so many rumors of Mahershala, God damn it, Ali, freaking being difficult to work with, having writers and producers and directors fired for some reason. So let's see.
Well, I need to highlight this. El Necron says, Max makes some great points. Thank you, El Necron. I appreciate that. Samir says, but Wesley Snipes has no value to his name with normies. I disagree wholeheartedly, Samir. Ooh. There was a strong reaction in Deadpool and Wolverine when you saw Blade. That was the biggest, ooh. He still has it. The action was still there. There's no benefit there is a lot of benefits for getting him back. Not for permanent status, but to get a great Blade movie out, or maybe an older version of the Midnight Suns or something. I don't know.
Well, I will say this. People know how I feel about Deadpool. Yeah. And the only reason Deadpool and Wolverine is a major hit at the box office is people wanted to see them together. The yellow suit, the mask, blah, 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 blah. It was not a good movie. It was a great popcorn movie, but it was not a good movie. The writing was horrible. It felt like a greatest hits of Marvel movies and tropes thrown in together.
That's great.
And here.
And it's earning cash on ends on ends.
So I just, Ryan Reynolds is just being the MCU. His cameos, bring back Wesley up until Secret Wars. Yeah. And then once Secret Wars over, his story's finished, he's done. Because not everyone got to finish their story in comic book movies. Just saying.
Well, that's the excitement that Marvel does provide, is they give lots of conclusions to a lot of not every single character, but a lot of them. Here's what I say. Guillermo del Toro, get him to do a Blade Logan style one-off with Midnight Suns, and get Nicolas Cage back as Ghost Rider too.
Mm-hmm.
Get some other characters. I'm trying to think. Oh, get Thomas Jane's Punisher. Bring all that, and make a one-off before Secret Wars, or a Disney Plus special. But I think that would be too special to put on Disney Plus. I think that would
the only one I really want to see.
What about that premise? Guillermo del Toro, he did Blade 2, one of the best of the Blade movies. Guillermo del Toro is an excellent director, or Sam Raimi. Get them to do the Wesley Snipes Blade Midnight Suns crossover and get all of them back.
I love Del Toro, but at this point in his career, comic book movies are beneath him.
No, he loves them.
I think so.
He loves them too much. The only reason he doesn't do them anymore is he won't compromise on budget. They gave him the go ahead for Hellboy 3. He just had to lower his budget, and he refused, and that's why Hellboy 3 never happened. Okay, so Degrassi says Ronald Reynolds is good for a bump, but if they let him start dictating the creative direction of the franchise, they're effed. I don't think so.
I think so. He really hasn't had much success outside of Deadpool with his movies lately.
Let me see. At this point, I think Marvel just needs to cancel. This is from Isaac. Cancel Blade, because what's the point of doing this movie if they're going to do this? The Blade video game? Yes.
Wasn't there a Blade video game?
Everyone's yelling at me because I have awesome opinions. Pika Shade says there's only been one Blade. There will only be one Blade. Okay.
Oh, there was a Blade game on PS1. Maybe I'll play that later today.
Deadpool and Wolverine delivered. MMGA, make Marvel great again. It is great. Nick Cage said, no, you don't know. No, they said they discussed it. CG. See, this is where people go with false info, CGH.
Wait, you're talking about false info?
Yes. Yes.
You of all people.
Because I researched the quote about Nicolas Cage going into Deadpool Wolverine. They said we talked with him and it didn't happen. He didn't say that. Doesn't necessarily mean it said no. It doesn't. It just didn't work out, the contract or whatever. We don't know the reason it didn't work out, or maybe it didn't work out because they have him planned for Secret Wars, just like Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise, they said they had discussions with, but you don't know why it didn't happen. Maybe they said we have enough cameos for Deadpool and Wolverine. We'd like to put you in Secret Wars, right?
What's the? Yeah, I guess. What's this? How did Fall Guy do? I think it made 157 million worldwide, which was a flop.
Heard Blade's daughter was going to take over, but that's now a no-go. That was one of the first versions of Mahershala Ali's Blade. Mahershala Ali's Blade. That was one of the first ones that they were discussing. Okay, so let's get to Ryan Reynolds' promotion, which I do not think is nothing. And I do think he is trying to have a moment here with the fan base, just like the Snyder Cut, just like the original Deadpool. People forget that the original Deadpool movie happened because of a leaked concept video that he admitted later that he had a hand in releasing. He just said, I helped. That's all I'm saying. I helped. I gave a layup.
Wait, what? What are you talking about?
You do know that the Deadpool movie wasn't going to originally happen. Some people think it was manufactured, but there was a leaked concept video of him as Deadpool before they started filming. What?
Of course it was leaked. That's just like a script of the Spawn movie was found at Comic-Con this year. Somebody just left it laid around.
No, but as far as we know, unless it was extremely manufactured by Fox, which I don't think it was, he helped get the concept out there, and then it got went viral, and then they greenlit the Deadpool movie. So I think
manufactured.
Degrassi said it was 100% manufactured. I don't know. I don't think Smart Fox is that smart to do that, honestly, Degrassi. I kind of disagree with you. I mean, I could be wrong.
The whole marketing for Deadpool was leaking these fake cameos that would never happen to hide the real ones. So I think they're smart enough to do that, Max.
No, but this is before Deadpool was greenlit and the official marketing campaign went through, Bruce. And this was before Ryan Reynolds was a big name. Ryan Reynolds wasn't a big name when this happened. He wasn't a big name in Wolverine Origins when he was the weird version of Deadpool. He was just an average actor. But I don't have the confidence in that era of Fox marketing to be that next level to do 100, to be 100% behind that. I honestly only think that Logan happened because of the backlash of the last couple Wolverine movies before that, and that Hugh Jackman was really trying hard to get that made. I think that was Hugh Jackman, but I don't think Deadpool would have happened unless they had that trending moment. Okay, but I think this is trying to recreate some of that for the MCU. So let's get to the quote here from Ryan Reynolds. Will Wesley Snipes play Blade again? Ryan Reynolds pushes for one last ride for Marvel Daddy. I don't think that he did this I think he could have done this with his own volition, just throwing this out there. But I think Feige might say, yeah, see what happens once you put this out there. See what the fans do. I don't think this is out of nowhere. I think this is actually a little bit manufactured, Degrassi. This specific. I don't think this is just a one-off comment. I don't. I think this means something. They're throwing the feelers out there. There's lack of momentum for Mahershala Ali's version of Blade, and there's a lot of momentum for Wesley Snipes. And that was one of my wife's favorite parts of the movie too. Before we get to the quote, Bruce, what do you think? Do you think this is just a one-off comment, or do you think there's more to this and Feige gave the go-ahead? I speculate that Feige said, yeah, throw it out there, see what the fans do with it. Maybe we could get this fan type of movement. Sometimes studios do work with fans to make them feel like they're more involved than they actually are. I think this is one of those moments.
For one thing or another, a lot of these so-called grassroots trending stuff when it comes to movies and projects is usually started by studios,
except for the Snyder Cut. Yeah.
No, that's the only was perfect storm that took place.
Yeah.
That happened, but I don't know if it's a one-off.
I think there's more to it.
I don't trust Feige.
Well, why won't you trust Feige? Feige usually says, "Oh, let's try it." He's made a lot of stuff happen. I have complete trust in Feige. This isn't Kathy Kennedy. This is Feige. Kevin Feige.
But he took a lot of L's in the last 2 years. Just saying.
I didn't take it. I don't remember those L's. Okay.
So he's not responsible for all the box office flops that happened with Marvel. Well, two. Actually. He's not responsible for that, or
they weren't flops. They underperformed. They're not flops. Flops and
what?
That's different.
What? Ant-Man wasn't a flop.
It still made. It was still profitable. It just wasn't.
It was not profitable, Max.
I have to. We'll get to the super chat, CJH. I just want to cover this too. I don't think it lost money.
Read the quote.
I don't think it made a lot of money, but okay. All right, let me see. Where is it? Okay, Reynolds wrote on Instagram, there is no Fox, Marvel Universe, or MCU without Blade first creating a market. He is Marvel Daddy. Please share for a Logan-like send-off. I don't think this was just Ryan on his own. I think he got the okay to see how can we get the fans' momentum behind this. I really do. That's my opinion. I'm
responsible for Secret Invasion.
Okay. I liked Secret Invasion. It wasn't great. But I liked it. I would rewatch it. There were things in it I liked. But yeah, So that's from Ryan Reynolds himself, and then we're going to see what Wesley Snipes is doing after we address the super chat here from CGH Entertainment. Canadian $5. Thank you, CGH. I really appreciate the support. Question, Max. Do you think because of the firing of the activists is why they're doing all these reshoots and rewrites for the upcoming MCU films? What activists were fired?
What? I'm confused.
I don't know what you mean by there. There was some controversy around one of these actresses in one of these upcoming movies, but reshoots are very common on superhero movies because they change things to fit in within a whole universe more so than other movies.
What activist? I'm confused.
There was a actress that had some controversy, maybe with not Deadpool Wolverine. Maybe she's in the Captain America movie. I can't remember.
She wasn't fired. She's still playing the character. They just changed it.
But CGH is asking if they got rid of her, or are they minimalizing the character because of the activism? I don't think so. I don't think, not unless someone's really canceled, even if there's controversy, that they would rework a film that much.
Oh, so this is a Chris Gore thing. The guy that had a funeral for Star Wars. Dumbass.
According to Chris Gore, he's saying that apparently Marvel cleaned house and laid off and fired a bunch of people, including Victoria Alonso, all the people pushing woke. So now Marvel is saved. That fits I mean, there could be some truth to those people not working there anymore, but it's not, it obviously fits the narrative that Chris Gore's trying to sell. And they are pushing a lot of male characters again.
Oh, they stop pushing. What are you talking about?
The focus has gone. We will disagree. The focus has gone back to the male superheroes.
It's never went away from male superheroes.
Yes, it did.
What are you talking about?
So Degrassi says she's still in the movie. So thank you, CJH. I didn't know. I think I saw the title of it. I didn't watch the video.
She's still in the movie.
Honestly, they probably would get rid of people anyway at Marvel. Nothing to do with woke, just underperforming from the previous phase, right? They might want to get fresh talent on here to bump up the quality off the last phase. I didn't say it was horrible, it just wasn't great, So yeah, they're retooling the movies to not be as controversial. I don't know.
My head hurts.
What's wrong with female superheroes? Nothing's wrong with female superheroes. Please don't give me this straw man arguments here that I'm saying there's something wrong with them. I'm just saying it seems to put the focus back on the male characters, where the last phase was more female focused, in my opinion.
33 led male projects to 4.
Overall, I'm saying in the last phase. Said,
Max says one female in a movie is too many for him.
I didn't say that. See, you put this.
I thought you said that last. No. Oh no, I said that about you.
I said.
I'm just kidding. Max didn't say that.
I said that the last phase was more female focused. I know overall the whole MCU was extremely male focused, but they seem to be pivoting back. I think it's going to be a while before you hear about a female only led superhero movie in the MCU right now, at least for a little bit. I mean, if they do, I'll applaud it.
I just don't get where you're going with getting this, because all these projects were on that Marvel timeline that they laid out. It's not like they removed anything or added anything. Mm-hmm. The only thing that's changed is Doom, the Avengers Doomed.
Okay.
Right? You don't think all these projects were already on the timeline for Marvel?
Yeah,
movies?
Most of them were on the timeline, yeah.
So it's not like they're taking away projects.
Marvel's 3 isn't we haven't really heard anything on a continuation of Marvels, or
that's not
maybe
Scarlet project Witch that was on the list. Was it?
I don't know. Let me see what Sam Collins is saying. Maybe they end up retooling Mahershala's Blade movie to be a multiverse story, and that's how they get Wesley Snipes Blade in there. The two Blades pull a No Way Home, LOL. Interesting, Sam. Do you think there's a possibility where there's a Blade with another Blade? I don't think that would happen, Sam, because then you introduce a new Blade. Keep in mind, Tom Holland had 2 other movies and Avengers movies to build up his version of Spider-Man before you brought back Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. That would really be cutting your new Blade at the knees to have success by putting him as a direct comparison in the same movie to Wesley Snipes. That's going to make it even harder for Mahershala. And I honestly don't think he would sign on to that. Me personally, I like Mahershala Ali, but I don't think he would sign on to that. I don't know where Bruce went. Bruce? I apologize if I was talking too much. I'm a little hyper today. I don't know where Bruce went. I apologize. If I was talking too much, I apologize. I do want to talk about the next subject. Bruce, was everything okay? Was I talking too much or something?
I thought somebody rang the bell.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was Amazon delivering my Superman shirts today.
Oh, okay. Yes, the Superman shirts are back in stock, but they're $37.
What?
They're $37. I looked. That's expensive. All right, let me change this here.
I wish there was a bake sale in the Cron. I can go for some strawberry lemonade donuts right now. That's a thingy. What are we talking about now? That there's only been 2 female-led movies.
Does the Ayer cut hurt you? I want to bring this back up because there's a renewed momentum behind the Ayer cut, thanks to David Ayer on Twitter. He seemed to be giving up at the beginning of the year, saying, I don't think it's in the cards. I'm not hearing anything. He has met with James Gunn. He was very negative about it.
He didn't just meet with James Gunn. He literally was stuck in James Gunn's D for the longest time to get that cut going, and it never happened.
No, I don't even know if it was necessarily for that. It's except to see if there's potential where he get a new project to DC.
And after all his kissing up and kissing his ass, then
you already have a negative slant on Ayer on this.
He tweeted out this:
Ayer,
I am done with DC. Done. Yeah.
Okay.
Just stay. If you're gonna commit to something, commit to it. Don't go back and forth. I'm done with DC.
See, I want my cut release. Look at the amount of animosity towards Ayer. Look at this from Degrassi. Imagine a man slapping himself in the face forever. That's David Ayer. I support release Batgirl. I support all movies being released. But I don't know why there's such anger towards Ayer. Because he got his movie taken over, and because he was trying to work with the new regime, he was kissing a little bit of butt. I remember saying that myself, and it seemingly not going anywhere, and just a lot of talk and no substance to those conversations with James Gunn. And I
think that a lot of people lost respect for him. He lost his own self-respect by doing what he did.
I think some of the blame, goes to, and people are going to say, oh, I knew Max was going to go this way, towards James Gunn himself, the way he talks to people, his skills with this, because him and the reason, and I have proof of this, the way meetings with him, Ben Affleck, and Gal Gadot went. Because if you listen to the way he describes the meetings and the way David and Gal and Ben Affleck describe those meetings, and I think El Necron could back me up on here, they're on completely different pages. So his communication skills with talent does not seem that great They're not on the same page. Gal had a different interpretation of what was going to happen with Wonder Woman after her meeting. James Gunn said, we want to work with Ben Affleck. And Ben Affleck's like, no, I don't. And then David Ayer got the wrong impression as well. And that was after these stories about Gal thinking that they're going to make Wonder Woman 3 and getting no confirmation from James Gunn about their discussions. Usually he will say, yeah, we talked or anything. Completely left Gal out to dry when she was talking about it. Didn't even comment on it whatsoever, which is a little uncool. I still really like James Gunn. I'm just saying the talent and James Gunn were not on the same page with those meetings. So that was the same time that David Ayer released that. And I don't blame him. All those talks were probably nothing, David. And now he's getting back into his own fans movement to support the Ayer Cut on an anniversary, 8 years since the original Suicide Squad came out.
Well, how long has it been since he's put a movie out? When was the last time? 5 years? 6 years? David
Ayer?
Yes.
He just released Beekeeper.
Oh, okay.
And he did something else before that. Sam Collins says maybe he's trying to get the Ayer Cut released for the 10th anniversary of the movie in 2026. That would be perfect timing if they're willing to do it. It really comes down to James Gunn, which basically said it's not a priority right now.
I don't think.
No, he said the focus is on news stories. This is what he said.
Does that fall under James Gunn's territory? A movie that was already made before he got there? Are you sure? You sure
because it's still up to him if it falls under Elseworlds or other projects. Yeah. He said I talked to him. And then they asked him about it, and he didn't say that's not my department. He said my focus is. I remember them asking, Summit reporter asking about it, and he did expertly answer the question. He didn't say no. He just said my focus is on news stories. That's what he said. So that's like not a no, but that's like a girlfriend zoning you, basically. Well, my focus is on my new relationships, not this one.
Well, like I said, there's nothing wrong with releasing different cuts of movies and things coming out. You don't have to watch them. You don't have to care about them. But at the same time, stick to your guns.
Yeah.
Stick to your integrity and push forward with your project and don't go back and forth if you don't get your way.
I think you're making a lot of assumptions here, Degrassi, that this is the case. Because Gunn wasn't interested in bringing them back. He was being gracious by even giving them a meeting. How do you know that was the premise of the meeting, that they were asking and he was being gracious? You don't know how the meeting started.
This is what I believe.
The meeting, at least we know for Ben Affleck, is he wanted him for another project. But that's a lot of assumptions that I don't know you have the proof for, Degrassi. He was being gracious by talking to Gal Gadot and David Ayer.
Degrassi has been right on a lot of stuff.
Yes, I'm not taking that away. He's a good movie pundit. Great job, Degrassi. But you guys always ask me, please, you have no proof, Degrassi. Where's the proof that he was graciously doing a meeting because Gal Gadot or David Ayer asked them to? He said he was meeting with a lot of talent. Actually, Zaslav said that we want to reconnect with talent and, establish relationships again. So that you're making us. No, I'm not playing that game. I'm not falling for your bullshit. Where's your proof he wasn't?
Yeah, Max.
The only proof that I have is what Zaslav says is we want to reestablish relationships with our talent. He didn't specify what talent. Okay, so let's actually get to the Wesley Snipes. Is Wesley Snipes promoting? Oh, no. Why did I cover that one? No. This is about David Ayer. Let me bring this. I got sidetracked because I forgot to cover the one about Wesley Snipes. Is he promoting for the Mahershala Ali movie to be canceled? This is about Ayer Cut and is that he's pushing it again. So this is the article. David Ayer is yet pushing his Suicide Squad director's cut again. Now, I'm fine with people even saying I don't want to see it, but why does it so volatile that it even be released? Like, who cares? It's not gonna. Who care? Why would you care if this is released, Bruce? If you don't even want to see it, like I'm not saying you don't.
I'm just saying I don't know why people take a lot of this stuff so personally when it comes to things being released and not released. And who cares if it's released? If it gets released, yeah. But
it's never too late, Zeke.
It shouldn't affect somebody's whole life if something is released.
Yeah, and there's more, Zeke, to answer Zeke's question here. There is a huge history of movies director's cut coming out. This is thanks to Mama Bear. 10, 20, 30 years later. It is a market that physical media collectors like. Does it always get a theatrical release? Not really, sometimes for special events. But there is a market for it. And it's not just superhero movies in DC. It's not just Warner Brothers. You know, Ridley Scott, Richard Donner, that was a superhero movie. There's been a lot of Ridley Scott movies like that. So it's never too late. It could be extra money depending on how it's marketed and how it's and what way it's released and if it's going to make some money. Okay. So I don't think it's too late. Do you think it's too late? I don't think it's ever too late. I don't think if they talk about this for 20 more years and it's released that it's too late. I think, okay, it eventually came out.
I'm just waiting for another cut of Blade Runner, like I said last night. There's got to be one coming out. Yeah. They found in the back closet of some producer's office or something.
So it says it also says Ayer told THR that his version of Suicide Squad will be seen as an all-timer if it ever gets released. He's really propping up his movie.
But at the same time, it's been 10 years. There will have to be a lot of reshoots when it comes to special effects and adding scenes or whatever money needed. I don't think they're going to greenlight more money to be spent on this project.
We don't know to what extent. We're just we could be assuming based on what happened with Snyder Cut. We don't know if it's the exact same thing. We don't know. We honestly don't. I'm expecting some CGI with the Steppenwolf and how Enchantress looked, and the what was the Parademons, but potentially some of that work could have been some of that CG work if they use some. I don't know if they would use some 3D models that happened in the Snyder Cut. They could share. I don't know if that would happen though. I don't know if Steppenwolf's going to be the same version that was in the Snyder Cut. But if they do, a lot of that visual work, part of it's done already. You know, you don't know. So let's get back to. But do you see that factor, Bruce? That we don't know exactly what's filmed, and we don't know if Ayer and Zach would work together and use the same visual effects for continuity between the Ayer Cut and Snyder Cut. That's honestly my biggest question because they both share Parademons and Steppenwolf. Is at the end of it.
I don't know. I just think this. I don't think they're going to greenlight this after so long. Actually, because of how much money it's going to take to update and finish whatever needs to be finished. I don't know. It's just. I don't have hope for this coming out. If it does come out, I'll watch it, but I don't know.
Okay. Well, this is what the other thing he says. The thing that's been difficult for me is that I made a great film. The people who have seen my cut have pretty much unanimously said it's one of the best comic book movies ever made. But that, to be fair, I am fair here. The people that said that are the ones that are behind the Ayer Cut movement on Twitter. So the people that say it's one of the best comic book movies, they have that bias there, you know.
Yeah, it's just like actors coming out and say, my movie's the best movie ever made. Of course they're gonna say it's the best movie ever made. Stop.
A few months ago, Ayer vented that James Gunn and Warner Bros. Were ghosting him. It's been radio silent, and I'm done pushing a rock uphill. Should we believe him? Is it actually a better version? Purely based on theatrical cut, nothing would indicate to me that a good movie is hidden somewhere inside that mess of an over-stylized visual debauchery. That's exactly what they said about the Snyder Cut. I like that he's confident in his work again. I don't like bashing Ayer. I think he's had hits or misses for sure, but I think he's talented.
Well, it's not about being talented. It's about believing in your vision and sticking with it. He gave up.
He was facing the situation that was happening with Gal and Ben Affleck at that time.
But
I think it hit him that the meeting that he had with James Gunn really didn't go as well as he thought it did once he saw what happened with Gal.
I'm just saying, what's changed between then and now? I don't think anything's changed, has it? Did he get a phone call saying we might do your movie?
No, that's a good point. I don't think anything's changed except his willingness to try again. I don't think there's anyone on the inside that said, okay, push for your movie again. I think potentially two things that I think have changed is he's willing to promote it again, and it's coming up on the 8th anniversary of the release of his movie. So that got him thinking about it again. And I would say hold your horses, everyone quick to criticize, unless you are creative and create your own art and had your art compromised. You know, you are working for a studio, you are working for a company, so they certainly have a say, but there's nuance there. There's nuance in that conversation to what extent. And I actually wish that they would resolve this more for future movies too, about how much, once you give the green light and give a contract to a director, how much they can interfere with your project and your overall final vision. You know, there's, you know, people that say, well, he works for a company. That's true. But they really cut up his movie. And I don't think it's fair to just say, I don't see enough in there. You don't know. Editing is an amazing art. It changed, even with the same footage, a different edit can do wonders for a film, let alone new footage, new characters, new tone. You don't know. I mean, the people that have actually gone to film school, I haven't, but you could talk to them about how editing and everything just changes everything. A strong edit. So, his name is in the movie. Voila, Ayer Cut. I think that's completely unfair, Degrassi. What do you think, Bruce? His name's on the movie, so it's his cut. I don't.
I'm at loss for words right now, actually.
Oh, lost for words. Okay,
I'm at a loss for words on this subject. Can we move on, please?
Yes.
I think we beaten this Ayer Cut to death.
Yeah.
I got something.
That's the difference between Final Cut and really messing with your movie, though, Samir. That's what I'll say. But we'll move on. Okay, do you have a different topic?
Yes. There's a crybaby on X.
Is it the owner of X?
Yes. They won't advertise on my platform. Elon Musk X sues advertisers, alleging a massive advertiser boycott deprived the social platform of billions of dollars. Why nobody wants to advertise on your crappy platform? It's your own.
It's popular platform, but honestly, how can you sue people that don't want to pay you money?
He's lost, since he's taken over X, they have lost over 50% of their ad revenue.
And he owns X. He has every right to do what he wants with the platform, as long as it's not illegal.
Yes.
But how could you blame people that don't want to pay advertisers for your content, for what's on your platform? Can you sue them? You're not paying me. Advertising is a choice. Unless they have a specific contract to advertise, unless they're breaking a contract that they said, oh, we will advertise on X, which as far as I haven't heard anyone. This is a completely ridiculous lawsuit.
Us.
Suing advertisers, that's going to get them back, Elon. That's ridiculous. This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Oh, here we go.
Is this real?
It. Yes, it's real. Here we go.
Well, this is going to get us demonetized now with all the F-bombs he says. F them.
I don't care.
You hope. Don't advertise.
You don't want them to advertise?
No.
What do you mean? I want to sue them. Pause it. Don't advertise. They just listen to you, bro. This is a bad look, and I'm not an Elon.
Out his own mouth.
Yeah. You don't want them to advertise?
No.
What do you mean?
If somebody's going to try to blackmail me with advertising, blackmail me with money, go yourself.
Bruce, can you do me a favor?
But
you'll get instant engagement. That article on Twitter that you pulled up, retweeted at Elon.
Oh God, I'm gonna get banned.
Retweeted at Elon.
And then post that video.
Yes. Do you remember this, Elon? You said don't advertise. How are you going to sue them if they listen to you? You should say that. You should ask them a question. How are you going to sue them if they listen to you? Here's the proof. Let's get proof subtraction on X.
Wait, what you said right?
Okay, so retweet the video and say, remember this at Elon Musk. You don't have to do all caps. You don't want them to think you're yelling at them.
Yeah, no.
At Elon Musk. How are you going to sue advertisers for listening to you?
This is real time, y'all.
For listening to you. And that honestly, if an expert lawyer would bring that up, that clip. I think you'll get some retweets and traction on that.
I doubt it. Hashtag douchebag.
No, don't put that. Then he would block you.
God damn it. Why am I listening to Max?
Voltaire is currently in shambles. No, I'm not. I don't like
daddy.
I don't dislike Elon Musk. I like certain things he does. I hate his commentary, and the stuff about his family is gross to me, about disowning family. So, but that is just stupid. What he's done here. If this is accurate, if the Associated Press is right, and he's actually suing, that's really dumb. Okay, well, wow, Bruce. I don't know. Are you coming back, Bruce, or should I do a? I was actually going to cover this real quick. It's back about Blade. Is Wesley Snipes actually advocating to cancel Mahershala Ali's Blade movie?
What?
Yes.
What?
Did you hear about this? Well, he shared. This is what he did. He shared a.
Is this real?
Yes, but he shared a tweet from a fan. Cancel Mahershala Ali's Blade movie and bring Wesley Snipes Daywalker into the MCU. There's only been one Blade, only ever going to be one Blade. Wesley Snipes, Deadpool, Wolverine, and Wesley Snipes said, "You're all crazy, ha ha ha," and he retweeted. Does that mean he's advocating for that? No.
I don't know.
No,
I don't know.
I think he's at least aware of the fan movement that wants him back. I think he's willing to embrace the fan movement, just like Ryan Reynolds gave him a layup that says "Bring back Marvel's Daddy." I think he's ready to go in with the fan movement again. I think there's more to it. Maybe it would just be that Wesley Snipes is going to be back for Secret Wars. Maybe, but it could be more than that. And they're testing the waters to see how many people do actually want Wesley Snipes. Maybe it didn't trend enough. Maybe they did that and they did this, and two things happened simultaneously. That's another thing. The Ryan Reynolds thing happened the other day, and then this happened too. Things, maybe it didn't get enough traction. You might just see him as a cameo again, and that's it. We'll see. I think there's more to it.
I don't, I don't see an actor not wanting to a role, and with everything that's going on with that Blade movie and rumors of Ali's disdain for the writing and how many times that script has been rewritten and how many people have been attached to this project, he might be labeled as difficult to work with.
Mm-hmm. Daniel Hot Topic says the fans want Wesley Snipes Blade back in the MCU, and Ryan Reynolds is pushing as well. But does Wesley Snipes want to do it? That's the question. He's in his 60s after all. It seemed like he's game. From all his interactions, he seemed extremely happy to be at Comic-Con and the movie, and his reaction right there, you all crazy? He didn't say no. He didn't say stop it, I'm done. He didn't do that. Which very rarely you're going to get an actor say stop it, I'm done. Usually they'll at least entertain the idea and keep the door open, right? Because you never know what can happen. I think that's the perfect summation of the MCU. You never know what can happen. You never know, and never say never. Just like Sean Connery come back to James Bond for that one more James Bond movie. Well, never say never.
At this point, they know that doing nostalgia bait will bring back fans to the theater, and if fans aren't that bright, so they'll just keep going back for more.
Yeah, Mama Bear, you could call Wesley that, and you could call Bruce that. You could call him DC Daddy.
DC Daddy.
Yes.
I am DC Daddy. I got this.
Yeah. The witching hour is tonight. Visit El Necron. Let me see what Degrassi's seeing. If you've seen 2019 Shaft, that's how it should go if they're not going to stick with the Vampire Highlander take. Cake Daddy.
Cake Daddy. I wish I had some cake. Anyone wants to send me cake? I like buttercream icing with a vanilla pudding filling or cherry filling. Just saying.
All right.
Shut up. Your name is not buttercream. From now on, Max will be known as buttercream.
Okay. All right. Oh, here's the thing I wanted to show with the Ayer Cut. Look at this. This looks amazing here. Now this is just concept stuff, but let me share this. Look at that. That looks cool. That looks really cool. This crazy guy already left the soup. Wow, on your witching hour?
Yeah, he gets a lot of super chats for great content.
Yeah. CGH asks, when will I be able to do the X-Men 2 watch part? I want to soon. I don't know. I'll have to see. Maybe Friday, but I'm also going on vacation. I'll have to see. Okay. But this looks great. What do you think of this, Bruce? The Parademons and Steppenwolf at the end of concept image from the end of the Suicide Squad.
Yeah, that's okay. Can't really tell anything from this.
Look at how Enchantress was supposed to look. That's a lot different. Although these things look the same, though. They don't look like parademons. That's how she was supposed to look. I think it changed quite a few times. And here's another image from the Ayer Cut that I think they shared. There's a lot there. Enchantress. I think she looks a lot better. Here's also, I've seen this before of Harley Quinn. That is a fire looking for Harley Quinn if they went with that.
That looks horrible.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
That looks amazing.
She looks like the chick at the bar at 4 a.m. that's ready to go home with anyone.
Which bar?
Any bar in New York City.
No. That's fire. I love that costume and that look for sure. And then here's Katana. That's the only one I was like, Katana looked great in the.
Hey, Total Annihilation.
Yeah, here's the time for one more ride with Marvel's daddy in a Logan style finale. That's what Ryan Reynolds is saying. That's very specific. Very specific that Ryan Reynolds is just saying, even giving the premise of the way Wesley Snipes would come back. A Logan style ending. That's great.
Ooh. Super chat.
Oh, El Necron, $5. Thank you so much, El Necron. You guys are good sports. Keep up the great work. Thank you.
Hey,
Back
thank you
at
so
you,
much.
El Necron.
If you're watching and you're enjoying the content, please like both videos on Movie Madness Entertainment and on Kingdom of Nerds. And you're not subscribed to Movie Madness Entertainment, go over there, subscribe to Max. If you're not subscribed to me, head back over to my channel, subscribe to me.
Definitely.
You guys missed a great show because I gave away a lot of stuff last night.
Yeah, I was trying to think. We'll cover this. I still haven't watched it yet. I do want to. Rebel Moon Part 1 Director's Cut. A lot of the fans are pushing for a release on physical media. Do you think this is plausible with Netflix?
I think if they don't release it on physical media, they're leaving a lot of money on the table.
I speculate
I would love
that this is the other reason. I speculate that this is the other reason that Zach pushed a different cut so much on Netflix. Because this is all just speculation. I have no proof for this whatsoever. I would think a normal Netflix release, normally Netflix original does not get physical release. It's very rare. I think there may be some case where there may be one or two movies. Who knows? But so I think the original cut is going to be a Netflix exclusive. Whereas I believe, and my speculation is that the director's cut potentially has more likelihood to get a physical release for collectors, and that be another revenue source. And it's because of the differential. Well, you do us a Netflix original cut, you can have this and do your own thing in an even potentially physical release, maybe special occasion screenings. That's my speculation as to what the contract is between Zach and Netflix. If you do an original movie, it's Netflix only. But then if you do something else in a specific version, then you have negotiation capabilities with that other version. So that's what I think. Samir says they're not going to make too much money from physical media, as only collectors are interested in that. I would actually say I'm the most honest man in movie talk, Samir. I don't think the director's cut.
What?
Yes, I am.
What's the lightning?
No, I do. I am going to be the fairest person on this topic. I like Zack Snyder. I didn't love Rebel Moon Part 1 and 2. And I don't think there's a big audience on Netflix for the director's cut. So I'm not expecting it to make the top 10. I would gladly accept the L if the numbers come out and it made the top 10. But if you're talking about physical collectors, a lot of the Snyder fandom, the hardcore, are collectors. We're talking about action figures, t-shirts, merchandise, physical releases. And then beyond that, you're going to tap into a market of people that collect just because it was a streaming movie that got a physical release, and that's rare. So you're going to have the collectors that get it for that reason. You're going to have the hardcore collectors. And you're also going to have the resellers. Because if this were to happen, I would also expect it to be a limited release. Right? I don't think it's going to be perpetually available on physical media if this happens. So you have resellers, hardcore collectors, and physical media collectors those markets that I think it will do better. The director's cut, I think, will do better if they release it physically than on streaming. I don't think the director's cut's making the top 10.
And what we have learned in the last couple of years from all these streaming services, these movies are not safe on streaming. A lot of them come and go away. So I prefer to have a physical copy.
Well, there's more market for Rebel Moon director's cut than just the hardcore Snyder fans, is what I'm saying. There's resellers and collectors and physical media that want something that was made for streaming that got a physical release. Now, that's great that Degrassi is saying Axel F is coming to physical media because of Paramount, but it's very rare to get a streaming debut movie to get a physical release. Prey somehow managed it. I bought Prey on Steelbook. But if this happens, and let's change image here. If this happens and Rebel Moon Part 1 and 2 director's cut come to physical media, I do not believe it's going to be available forever. And I think it's going to get snatched up for all those reasons. Hardcore Snyder fans, collectors of physical media wanting a release that's rare, and resellers because they know it's going to be limited release and it's going to sell out. I would, if this happens. Now that's a big if. I hope it does, and I think Zach's pushing for it. Yeah. Do you disagree with any of my points there, Bruce?
Well, actually, I actually agree with you when it comes to physical media and people wanting to collect and keep it. I would love 4K still books of these movies to add to my collection of stuff over there,
Yeah. Now, to be fair, though,
watching a movie in 4K on a physical media is totally different from watching a movie 4K streaming. A huge difference.
Yeah. To be fair, though, I think the majority of movies on Netflix, if they got a physical release, I think they would sell out, though, to be fair. Unless it's a really garbage movie. Now, Degrassi is also saying, Max, do you know the currently happening behind the scenes in the home video industry? The movies being made by the studios and distributors and retailers. I don't know everything, Degrassi. From what I've heard is some of the big movie companies have licensed out their IP to be made by smaller outlets and websites like Arrow Video and Shout Factory. I'm not saying those are the exact studios to make the physical releases for them, and those companies are paying like Warner Brothers and Disney and stuff to make the physical releases. But I haven't done a lot of research on that. That's what I thought I heard. I believe I watched Serial at Midnight or some other physical media channels. So Degrassi says, I suspect all 4 versions of these movies will get physical release.
Ooh.
El Necron's buying all 4 of them. They will be exclusive to Walmart.
Ooh.
Okay. Zack Snyder wants to do a movie without any special effects. Now that's his plan going forward. There's an interview out there. Yeah, he said a smaller movie in between. I think the next thing is that animated, the Gods movie, or I forget what it's called. Okay. Are you still going to watch the director's cut? Did you see it yet?
I watched the first one. I have to watch. I really enjoyed it.
Do we want to have Degrassi on as a guest for the Power Hour when I get back from vacation?
Sure. Do I have to referee you too?
No, I don't. Okay. Yeah, he's. I think we get along. He doesn't get along with my channel in the being a viewer, but I don't, that's fine. That's fine. Well, I still appreciate things he says,
Yeah.
But if you're up for that, Degrassi, we haven't had a guest in a while, right? So we can have if you're up for it, we could have you on the Power Hour.
Yes, I just want another comic book.
Another one? That's because you put all that goodwill out there last night.
Nice.
Yeah.
Woohoo.
Might as well do one more quick article when they could wrap.
What do you got?
It's not any current things. I love Westerns. I do eventually want to see Horizon, But it says 5. Yeah, but I wouldn't like rush out to the theater. I'd probably wouldn't watch it on streaming. Yeah, actually, Degrassi, if you could give us the lowdown on physical media, if you do decide to be on the Power Hour, that'd be interesting too.
Yeah, that'd be great. I would love to talk to them about physical media.
So 5 great Westerns to watch if you liked Horizon. If you've discovered Kevin Costner's Horizon, want to watch more Westerns, here are 5 great ones to start with. Tombstone, one of my favorites of all time. I loved watching that as a kid.
I love that movie.
Val Kilmer, Kurt
I've probably
Russell.
seen that movie like 20 times. I love that movie.
310 to Yuma. I actually have.
I agree. And Shane better be on this list. I need Shane on this list.
I have 310 to Yuma, the remake, as a Korean VHS tape that was that was released after it in America. It wasn't released in America but I didn't rewatch it yet. I want to rewatch it.
Well,
these are going to be obvious.
I was thinking, maybe we can have 2 guests on since we haven't had a guest on. Necron, will you be able to make it to a stream 3 p.m. Eastern at any point?
That'd be cool. Week? Well, next week I'm away.
Oh, that's right. The week after.
Yeah. Bone Tomahawk. That's one I haven't seen yet. I've heard a lot about Bone Tomahawk. The Harder They Fall. I haven't seen that.
I don't know how I feel about Bone Tomahawk. It's I don't know. The characters made a lot of stupid decisions in that movie. And
Dances
with
Wolves.
The whole lot of it's a lot of walking in that movie for me. Just saying.
I like Dances with Wolves back in the day, but I have not rewatched. I don't know if it holds up or anything. Have you seen it lately?
I've never seen Dances with Wolves.
Oh, okay. A Man Called Horse.
Oh God! Wow.
This one is similar to Dances with Wolves, but a harder edge to it. Richard Harris.
This is
captured
by. This
Have
is
you
one
seen
of
it?
This is one of my grandfather's favorite movies. I've never seen it, but that was one of his. He watched them a lot.
Okay. Little Big Man. Is that Dustin Hoffman?
Yes.
Oh, I might want to see those too.
That was a theme for a lot of these Westerns. White men raised by First Nation people back then. Or, they started running out of ideas in the 70s for Westerns.
What's this one? The Proposition. Is that the one? I haven't heard of that one. Okay, well, it was. I don't necessarily think that was like the expected list, except for Dances with Wolves and Tombstone. Those other 3 were kind of like out there. I thought it would be more exciting, that list, though.
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
I mean, I don't know what to do about that, Samir. Yeah, like the real old ones for sure. I don't think the 80s ones as much. What is this?
Here we go. The poll. 54% Wesley should replace Ali to 46%.
That's right.
What about your poll?
I didn't release. I forgot to release a poll. That's great. That's great. I think it's going to happen. I think that's all we have for today.
How is Shane not on that list? How is Red River not on that list? How is A Fistful of Dollars not on that list? I am so confused by that list. Ooh.
CJH wanted to talk about. I'm trying to find the. Before we go, trying to find. I did retweet something on Twitter about it, about a new Marvel animated project that's like already 20 million in development. Oh, here it is. Now this is a rumor. Let me bring this up. We could end after this.
All right. Oh, that's right. Unforgiven was great.
Oh, this is one of those Cosmic Marvel that no one believes, but it's via Forbes. So a new secret animated project is officially in the works at Marvel Studios. The studio is said to have already spent $19.6 million on the project via Forbes. I don't know what it is. What is it?
It's Spider-Man, the animated series coming back.
That's not a secret. Oh, not the new Spider-Man freshman year. You're saying that's different. That's not secret.
What?
We've already known about that Spider-Man project.
What? Animated series from the 90s coming back?
No, you're talking about two different things. The 90s animated series Spider-Man. Okay. But they already have Spider-Man. They already have
Spider-Man project. I think that's the secret project.
You think the Spider-Man is a secret project? Yeah. I don't think if they are developing, that would be a epic moment if they announced that at D23, because some of the stuff is going to be revealed at D23. They're already talking about X-Men 97. But maybe it's an X-Men 97 movie. Some people said it's the Wakanda series. Some people said it's What If. I don't know if they would be, even if they are thinking about developing that, I don't think they would announce that right away before even Spider-Man freshman year comes out, though, because they're trying to promote that, I think. It's still getting released.
Yeah, both series. That freshman year looks like it's for kids anyway.
Daniel says, OMG, I hope Spider-Man the animated series is coming back. CGH does too. Aerosmith has just ended their band, so I can't see them returning for Spider. They don't have to do the theme song again. Did they do the theme song?
I don't remember.
Cal also says fans are already expecting a Spider-Man 98 cartoon. I mean, it makes logical sense. I would totally do it. I would totally give the funds for that to happen. Already spent $19.6 million on the project. Hopefully this will be revealed this weekend at D23. So you're still going with the Spider-Man 98 series?
Spider-Man 98 series.
Anthony says the head of television said it's not happening anytime soon, into the future. It's going to be into the future. Okay. All right. I think that's all the tank we have in the gas.
What? What about your taint?
Nothing about my taint. I said I think that's all the tank we have in the gas. All the gas we have in the tank.
Max has plenty of room in his taint, he said, for gas.
That's all the tank I have in the gas. Is my new saying. And I think we'll say bye. Thank you for joining us for the Power Hour. Look out for Bruce's streams. My streams will be around. Anything else you want to say before we go?
Just want to say, if you weren't watching last night, from now to the end of the month on Monday Madness on Kingdom of Nerds, I will be giving away comics to celebrate my 1-year anniversary of streaming. And just in case you missed what I gave away this little biggie. I gave away Wolverine. I gave away Batman, Punisher. I gave away some Power Girl.
Oof.
I gave away an Italian Miles Morales Spider-Man.
That's my favorite.
And I gave away Damian Wayne on the cover and the Flash foil. So 7 lucky winners last night. So don't miss out next Monday.
They all said send it to Max.
Nobody said that. Nobody said that.
The Punisher.
I can't believe Anthony Beltry missed all those giveaways last night. Jeez.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you. We'll see you. It's time for a power nap.